There's one part of this movie where the dialogue goes like this. Fathers' lives are always incomplete. That's why they have sons, so they can finish what they started. I just dream of a world where we can see Barack Kylo Ren as president. Southside with You is directed and written by Richard Tane and it stars Tika Sumpter and Parker Sawyers, and this looks at an afternoon in 1989 in the south side of Chicago where Barack Obama woos Michelle into a date, and so you see this day as these two get to know each other and get to be more acquainted as their romance sparks and their friendship grows. This movie is super charming. I mean, these two characters are just so damn likable. And what I mean by this is that these renditions of the real people are charming. What I know of Barack and Michelle Obama, the real people, is what I see on TV. I don't know what is real, what is not. I will only take everything and anything with a grain of salt. However, in this movie, they are extremely likable. These two are just so polar opposites. At the same time, you see how they could like each other, how they could love each other, and you learn a lot about their backstory because of their dialogue during this date. This is a very dialogue-based movie, but it does never feel like these people are telling you, the audience, things that you should be watching happening. These two people are getting to know each other. It's only normal that they will talk about it. And then you have some moments where these characters talk and really learn about themselves. And you guys know, I made a review 2 days ago about a mother and a daughter who learn about each other and grow with each other. Moana is a movie where two characters grow with each other. And this movie, again, does it very well, where two characters are getting to know each other and they grow a lot with each other. At some points, it feels very fast-paced in the way these characters change because it is only during one day, but you understand how this could happen, and since we know these people today, 2016, it comes across as natural and organic, doesn't come across as very forced or very fast or very sudden. Both the performances are really good. Parker Sawyers does an incredible Barack Obama impression, but he nails the character in his performance very much. He adds layers to Barack Obama. He's not just a charming guy because he is a charming guy. He does not try to implement the today's Barack Obama into his performance. He tries to channel the character how he was back then, and that is a lot of racial talk in this movie, how these characters saw things back then. And that is only normal given the time, the place they lived in, how they grew up. It might rub some people the wrong way, but to me it felt natural that these characters would talk this way or that way to one another and have certain types of conversations. There's one part of this movie where it is both really good, but at the same time, it's really bad. And that is when they stop at a community center because these people wanted more opportunities for them back then. And then the movie suddenly stops. This, as I said, is a movie that is happening in one day. And you see these two meeting each other and talking during an afternoon. And the movie goes by just like that. You don't feel like there is 1 hour that is happening into this movie. But once they get to the community center, it suddenly stops. And it feels like they were propaganding Barack Obama to the future president that he would eventually become. And it just halted the movie completely. It felt really slow. It hurt the pacing. It hurt the dialogue. It felt really pandering. It's a very nice sequence for the performance of Parker Sawyers. I thought he nailed it as far as his performance goes, but as far as the pacing of a movie and the flow of a narrative goes, it suddenly felt really jarring. One of the best aspects of this movie, which I like to see whenever a movie takes me back to the 70s or 80s or 60s, whatever, is that it has to make you feel like you are in that time period. And this movie does it, from the dialogue to the set design to the costume design to the music. Wow, the music in this movie, very 80s. I love it. And the cinematography is also very beautiful. I love the color scheme of this movie. I love the temperature of color whenever each scene is set. I love the color of this movie. Abso-freaking-lutely. It is beautiful to look at. There's really nothing bad I can say about this movie besides that one scene that is very long and really jarring to everything that the movie had set up. But there's also one bit of dialogue that Barack has with his boss, I guess, from the company that he was working on at the time, that really makes you feel like that whole scene which I complained about really served no purpose, and you start to question, when were you being real, Barack? Back then in the community center, or then talking to your boss? Because it comes near the end of the movie, it feels like a very contrasting message to what the movie had set up to tell you about who this character was and how he thought of things. It has good performances, fine directing, it has a couple of pacing issues, it's very dialogue driven, exactly what you will expect, I guess, from a movie like this. Once you see where the setup is going, you know what is going to happen, you know exactly how this movie is going to finish off. But it is very charming, it has a very good mood to it. You get out of this movie and you feel, that was nice, I like that movie. It's not overly long, this movie is not even 90 minutes. It's serviceable, it's a nice time, and I will say that Southside with You is a martini. It is a good, charming time, anytime. What did you think of Southside with You, my beautiful geekies? Are you a fan of Barack Obama or Michelle Obama? What is your favorite movie that is set in one day? Let me know that in the comments below, as well as your questions for the hashtag Rogue One Q&A coming in about a week from today. I can't wait to bring my spoilers-free review, my spoilers review, and the Q&A for Rogue One, and of course, because it is Christmas time, there will be a triple giveaway. If you like this review, give it a like and share, beautiful geekies. It's a big way for you guys to help me out, and if you're not part of the beautiful geeky community yet, what are you waiting for? Come join them, they are all awesome, and you can do that by clicking subscribe so we can be geeky united! Thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. You guys are the freaking best. I am loving seeing you all at Comic-Con. Tomorrow is the last day, and I will see you tomorrow in another video. Stay beautiful, stay geeky, shit!